Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. So much for that podcast I was supposed to be a guest on, rescheduled for Friday due to my car battery crapping out on me in the heat. And thanks to AAA for a 30-minute response, impressive, and a quick replacement. Your OMG fact for the day is kind of mind-blowing. The diameter of Australia is actually wider than that of the moon. And speaking of Australia, our mayor has scheduled a special meeting of the City Council to discuss the, quote, expansion of the dock project on July 24th. I'm trying to gather some information, but I am hearing that he is looking to put a 60-plus slip marina in at the end of the dock and another PPP. More on that later as I find out more, but let's get into the news, shall we? Be With Me Playseum, I think that's how you say it, is officially opening its doors at the Annapolis Mall this Friday, June 27th at 10 a.m., but eager families can get a sneak peek during a special soft opening today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is in the Macy's Circle. Each family attending gets a $12 in Playseum dollars to use at the Creation Station. The grand opening weekend runs Friday through Sunday with activities designed to fuel imagination and fun. There will be book giveaways, tote bags from Anne Arundel Medical Center, and free desserts while supplies last. Ongoing opening specials will include a birthday party giveaway, early bird discounts on weekday admission in July, and a 3-month membership deal good at all 3 locations, Easton and Columbia, including grandparents and babysitters. Families looking for some screen-free, creativity-filled outings this summer might want to check this out. And when you go there, find out how you pronounce that. It's Play, S-E-U-M, like museum. Playseum? I don't know. You figure it out, let me know. Maryland Governor Wes Moore has announced a voluntary buyout program and hiring freeze for state employees aimed at cutting $121 million from the state's personnel costs. This move comes as part of balancing the state's fiscal year 26 budget, which takes effect on July 1st amid a projected $3 billion deficit. Moore had previously defended the expanding state's civil service to include laid-off federal workers from the Trump administration. Now, Moore's administration says it's working with public sector unions while eliminating vacant positions and pausing new hires. Republican lawmakers say the decision is overdue and aligns with the suggestions that they made months ago. The details of the buyout program are still being finalized, but Moore reiterated his commitment to helping federal workers find employment, particularly in the private sector. BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport marked its 75th anniversary with celebrations at the gates and some aviation-themed fanfare. Passengers at the 75th departure and arrival of the day were treated to refreshments and giveaways, and the airport's fire and rescue department saluted the milestone with a ceremonial water cannon display for the 75th flight of the day. Originally dedicated back in 1950 by President Harry Truman as Friendship International Airport, BWI Marshall has grown into a major regional transportation hub. It now handles more than 27 million passengers annually, with 300 nonstop flights daily to nearly 90 destinations. The airport is a major economic driver responsible for over 107,000 jobs and generating more than $11 billion in total impact across Maryland and the region. Not bad for an airport that started with just a single terminal and a lot of ambition. Covington-Alsina is going to host a 2-day financial planning workshop this August, offering young adults an opportunity to build a solid financial skills before heading off to college or into the working world. The sessions will be held on Tuesday, August 12th and Thursday, August 14th from 9 to 3 p.m. at their West Street office in Annapolis. It's aimed at teens age 15 to 17 and college-age students. The workshop will cover budgeting, savings, investing, and other essentials for financial independence. Lunch is included both days, and clients can request discount codes by contacting the firm directly. With student debt and rising costs in the spotlight, the workshop offers timely practical advice to help young people take control of their money early on. And I so wish they had this for me when I was growing up, and even my kids who are now flown and grown. This Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, Matt Mullen, the newish president of Arundel Federal Savings Bank. And while this might sound a bit dry, it really is anything but. And we have some solid tips to prevent fraud and how to keep your money safe. That's going to drop at noon on Saturday. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It is free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m., and it's going to keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories. And it's paywall free. I'm dropping a link right here in the show notes for you. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you. We also want to thank our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and MacMedics. So now you just need to hang tight. We have your Eye on Annapolis local weather coming up, and Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with Annapolis After Dark. All of that's coming up in just a bit, so stick around.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning. Well, here's your 3-day weather outlook. Today is going to be another scorcher in Anne Arundel County, with highs pushing around 95 and nighttime temps barely dipping to about 80. The heat will be humid and hazy, knocking on record territory, so you want to bring water, shade, and your patience. The extreme heat warning stays in effect through this evening, so pace any outdoor plans accordingly. Tomorrow will stay hot and sticky, but a bit cooler, topping out near 90 degrees with some morning sun, then building clouds. Expect an afternoon or evening thunderstorm that could come with some heavy rain and gusty winds. It will cool down slightly overnight to around 78 degrees, but the humidity will be hanging around. Friday will continue the cooling trend with highs of only about 82. How do you spell relief? Nothing showing just yet, but don't be surprised if a thunderstorm pops up. Overnight lows will be more forgiving, dipping into the low 70s. Now, as we look ahead, Saturday warms up again with temps coming close to 90, but it should be a pleasant day for Eastport Arakan. Remember, EOA EPR 25 saves you $5 on all of your general admission tickets. Again, that is EOA EPR 25. But Sunday is pretty much more of the same. Both days, you may see a chance of a scattered afternoon storm. You want to stay weather aware, drink lots of fluid, and enjoy the summer.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, June 24th through Sunday, June 28th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also all three websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all three websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com. Before I get started, let's talk about Eastport a Rockin'. It's this Saturday in Eastport, right on the water. 40 bands, which I'm very happy to announce that Leo and Cygnus are back together. I can't wait to see them. Music all day on 4 stages. And you can save $5 on general admission tickets with my code BEEPEAR25. Again, that's BEEPEAR25, BEEPER25. I have the link at the top of each day's schedule every day, and it's pinned to the top of the Facebook pages. You will definitely see me there on Saturday. Live music for today, Wednesday, start with Happy Hour with Brett Bueller from the Hollow Truce at Middleton Tavern. All You Need Band will be at Eastport Democratic Club in Eastport, but you must be a member or a guest of a member to attend. Here's a good one. Mr. VCR and Scribe will be at 49 West. Rich Muscari will be at Galliano's up in Waugh Chapel in Gambrills. Susie Lennox with Sean will be at Brine Brew in Severna Park. Red Buddy and the Ruckus will be at historic London Town and Gardens, opening up their Wednesday summer concert series right on the lawn and right on the water. Take a chair. A little further down, Highland Brothers will be at Catch 22 in North Beach. Up in Medina, Old Rusty Sacks, which is Rusty Henshaw and Jay Cleaver, will be at Pit Stop Pub for their Sexy Shrimp Night. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, Blues and Beyond Open Jam Night at Chesapeake up in Crofton with Blues in a Blender and Baron Head. Thursday, get to the point for Dan Haas. If you're heading to the Glen Burnie Farmers Market, you will hear Michael Kay of Pretty Big Deal playing solo acoustic there. Thursday kicks off the next Annapolis Summer Garden Theater opening week for their new show, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Shows are Thursdays through Saturdays. You can get tickets at the Annapolis Summer Garden Theater's website. Also on Thursday, Nate Finn will be at Annapolis Market House. Doug Segree will be at Severna Park Tap House. Up in Medina, Troll Tribe Duo will be at The Office in Pasadena. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, Bob Quinlan will be hosting open mic night at Copper Creek Pub in Severna Park. There's also a new music bingo in town. Have fun with Dockside Music Bingo at Waterman's Tavern Thursday in Edgewater. Weekend music. Friday, Chris Button is back at Santa Joe's Riverside down in Galesville. Just next door, Pete Best of Peterbilt will be at Pirates Cove. At 49 West in Annapolis, Seth Mitchell will be with Frank Hogan's, Hannah Honeycutt, and Darlington Music, playing Sound of Presence, an Americana Evening, Volume 2. Fun fact, Darlington Music is actually his little sister, and she's making her Annapolis debut. Also on Friday, Pretty Big Deal will be inside at Mother's in Arnold. Kevin Pollack will be solo just down the street at Severna Park Tap House. Ryan Keith Band will be down at Wheelhouse down in North Beach. And up in Medina, Red Buddy and the Ruckus will be at Rimmer Reel in Pasadena. Over on the shore, Guava Jelly will be at Ram's Head Shore House. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, Murder on the Waterfront, an Annapolis True Crime Dinner with Annapolis Ghost Tours at Bread and Butter Kitchen in Eastport. Saturday, of course, it's Eastport a Rockin', 40 bands, 4 stages. Save $5 with BEEPEAR25, BEEPEAR25, with the link at the top of each day's schedule. Also on Saturday, Heartwood will be at Wadbury Farm and Market in Crownsville. Hurricane Kevin is hosting an Open Mic's Greatest Hits Fling at Santa Joe's on West Street. An incredible lineup of emerging artists who frequent Open Mic Night on Mondays, including Keith Sykes, Alana Tomash, Regan Keys, Crossing Strings, Annie Redmills, Alex Sage, and many more. Also Saturday, Joey Fitz will be at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. Richard Hayward will be down at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Lost and Found Trio Band will be next door at Pirates Cove, also in Galesville. Bob Quinlan will be on the patio at Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. DJ FO4 will be at Game On West Street in Annapolis. The Beat List with Scott Voorhees will be at Mother's in Arnold. The Tommy McGee Band will be rocking Severna Park Tap House. And Brent Austin Dunn will be at Kelsey's in Ellicott City. Sunday Fun Days start with brunch in the Dino with Mixed Business Duo at the Rumor Rio in Pasadena, or with Nate Finn at Mother's in Arnold. Vians & Co. will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Wendell Live will be singing the tribute to Sinatra at Carpaccio's in Annapolis. Mike Sharp will be at Galway Bay. And end the night at Santa Joe's on West Street with Fred and Wilma, which is Joey Fitz and Elizabeth from Red Buddy and the Ruckus. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.